Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to see chapter number 3. But before that, I owe an apology for not being active on YouTube recently. So, L'école 3, La vie parisienne. This is Radio France. Radio France is a French public radio broadcaster. But the reason why I've introduced you to Radio France is it is introduced to you um, in 3.1 passage. So let's see. Julien Ledoux, un collègue de Monsieur et Madame Deschamps, habite de rue de Boulonville, dans le 6e arrondissement, en face de Radio France. The Deschamps sont passés le week-end chez lui, samedi matin. Monsieur Deschamps, qu'est-ce qu'on va faire aujourd'hui? Monsieur Ledoux, nous allons visiter le grand magasin, la galerie Lafayette, le printemps. Après le déjeuner, on va visiter le Louvre. On va traverser le Tuileries. Et on va rentrer vers 17 jours. Madame Deschamps, on ne se repose pas pendant la journée. Madame Ledoux, non, c'est ça. La vie parisienne, c'est très dur. En général, le Parisien se lève tôt le matin. Il part de chez eux à 8 jours et il rentre à 18 jours. Le dîner de famille, c'est entre 19 jours et 20 jours. On regarde la télé et on se couche tôt. On se s'amuse pas beaucoup pendant la semaine. Le soir, autour de la table. Karen, je suis vraiment fatiguée. Look, moi aussi. Et j'ai très faim. Je voudrais manger de poulet rôti, de frites et une mousse au chocolat. Madame Ledoux, mais aujourd'hui, nous allons manger des pâtes aux épinards et une tarte aux pommes. Look, bonne nuit tout le monde. Je me couche. So now we move to the translation. Julien Ledoux, a colleague of Mr. and Mrs. Deshmukh, lives at 2 Boulogne Street in the 16th district opposite the Radio France. The Deshmukhs are going to pass the weekend at their place, Saturday morning. Mr. Deshmukh, what are we going to do today? Mr. Ledoux, we are going to visit the supermarkets, the galleries Lafayette, the printemps. After lunch, we are going to visit the Louvre. We are going to pass the Tuileries and return around 7 p.m. Mrs. Deshmukh, aren't we going to rest during the day? Mrs. Ledoux, no, this is it. The Parisian life. It is very hard. In general, the Parisians get up early in the morning. They leave the place at 8 a.m. and return at 6 p.m. The family dinner is between 7 to 8 p.m. We watch the television and sleep early. We don't enjoy during the week. The evening around the table. Karen, I'm really tired. Luke, me as well, and I'm very hungry. I would like to eat roasted chicken and fries and a chocolate mousse. Mrs. Ledoux, but today we're going to eat spinach pasta and an apple tart. Luke, good night everyone. I'm going to bed. So now let us see the hard words. Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire aujourd'hui? What are we going to do today? On va visiter. We are going to visit. In general, je suis vraiment fatigué. I'm really tired. C'est très dur. It is very hard. Now we move on to 3.2. What are you going to do this weekend? J'ai fait de l'alpinisme. I do mountain climbing. J'ai resté chez moi. I rest at my home. J'ai fait une promenade avec mes amis. I am taking a walk with my friends. Moi, je regarde un film. Me, I'm watching a film. Je vais au théâtre. I'm going to the theater. J fait the course. I am doing shopping. So if in your paper or in any worksheet, if they ask you what are you going to do this weekend, so you can give answer from these six given in your textbook. Now we move on to 3.3 la giorni della Luke Ledu. So here you can see that Luke has just got up. Then he is brushing his teeth. He is getting ready for school, and he is having his breakfast. Then he went to school. He passed his whole day, and now he is again going to bed at night. La révélation, il six et demi-jour. Luke se lève. Il entre dans la salle de bain et il se lave. Il se brosse avec une brosse à dents. Il se rase. Il s'habille. Let's see the translation. The alarm rings. It is 6:30 a.m. Luke gets up. He enters the bathroom and he has a wash. He brushes with a toothbrush. He shaves. He gets dressed up. Il prend son petit déjeuner et il écoute l'actualité à la radio. Il souhaite une bonne journée à sa famille et il part. He takes his breakfast and listens to the radio. He wishes a good day to his family and then he leaves. À midi, il déjeune dans la cantine de son lycée avec ses copains. In the afternoon, he has his lunch in the school canteen with his friends. Then, à 14h30, il prend le métro pour rentrer chez lui. À la maison, il travaille, il prend son dîner et puis il se repose. At 4:30 p.m., he takes the metro for returning back to his place. In the house, he works, he takes his dinner, and then he rests. 3.4 vocabulary, les repas, the meals. Petit déjeuner, that is masculine. Petit déjeuner is your breakfast. Then you have your déjeuner, that is again masculine. It is your lunch. And you have your dîner, that is again masculine, which is your dinner. Now we move to 3.5 grammar, a very important thing, le verb pronoun or le verb réfléchi. These verbs are known as reflexive verbs. These are very important. When we use these verbs, the doer and the recipient of the action are the same. Thus, these verbs will need a reflexive pronoun as follows. Je plus verb, tu te plus verb, il, elle, on, se plus verb. Nous plus verb, vous plus verb, ils, elles, se plus verb. So here you can say me, te, se, nous, vous, and se. All these are your reflexive pronouns. The verb laver is conjugated in the following way. So here you can say reflexive verb. In reflexive verb column, se lave, Pierre se lave. So Pierre washes himself. So where Pierre is the doer and Pierre is also the recipient. On the other side, non-reflexive verb in laver, Pierre laves an auto. That Pierre is washing his car. So over here, Pierre is the doer, but the recipient is the car. So similarly for se coucher, John se couche too. Jean is sleeping early. So Jane is the doer, Jean is sleeping, right? And Jane is also the recipient of the action. Over here, a non-reflexive verb, la mère couche le baby. The mother sleeps the baby. Or you can say the mother is putting the baby to sleep. So over here, the doer is the mother and the recipient is the baby, right? So again, in reflexive verb side, se réveiller, nous réveillons à c'est du matin. Then on non-reflexive verb side, Anne reveals a petite sœur. So Anne is the doer and petite sœur, that is her little sister, is the recipient. Then Let's see the affirmative form of the pronoun verbs. Let us conjugate se laver. Se laver meaning is to have a wash. Je me lave, I have a wash. Tu te laves, you have a wash. On se lave, nous lavons, vous lavez, and elles se lavons. Over here you can see me, te, se, nous, vous, se. All these are the reflexive pronouns which are very important in the formation of these sentences. Then let us see negative form. We will conjugate sabile, that is to get dressed or to wear one's clothes. Janama abilepa, tunata abilepa, el on, nasa abilepa, nose na nose, abilopa, vuz na vuz, abilepa, then else, nos abilopa. Let us see the interrogative form. Let us conjugate the verb se reposer, that is to rest. ऐसे को je me repose. Te repose tu. So sorry. Te repose tu. Se repose the el, the on. Nous reposons nous. Vous reposez-vous. Se reposons ils or elles. So now we move to the next aspect, which is the next topic given. And we just have to revise, and there's your possessive adjectives. Always remember that possessive adjectives agree in number and in gender with a noun, and they are repeated before each noun. So how can you revise? See, we can revise mom mamne, ton tate, son sasne, notre no, votre vo, lur. So always remember that the forms of mon, ton, and son are used instead of ma, ta, and sa before a feminine singular noun, beginning with a vowel or a vowel sound. So always remember that. Then 3.5 by language. So actually, it is a very small box, given in your textbook. So I just thought of making it something, like a fun activity in between this whole session, this whole video. So word language is nothing but a tongue twisters. Poisson or boisson, c'est poisson. A fish without a drink, it is poison. So drinks are feminine and plural, boisson, and poisson, it is masculine, it is a fish. And then the last topic of your lesson, it is 3.7, the civilization. So yeah, this, I want you all to tell me what this is in the chat box. Comment and tell me what it is in the chat box. So all these are related to the civilization which we are going to study today. So obviously, you know, this is the Statue of Liberty, and to the right hand side is the obelisk. We are going to learn about them in our civilization part today. Amities, tout le monde admire la Statue de la Liberté à New York aux États-Unis. La Statue de la Liberté est un fond à cadeau des Français en Amérique. La sculpteur de cette statue magnifique est Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi. Let us translate it. Friendship. Everyone admires Statue of Liberty in New York in USA. The Statue of Liberty is in fact a gift from French to the Americans. The sculptor of this magnificent statue is Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi. La première statue ou l'original se trouve dans le jardin de Luxembourg à Paris. Il y a d'autres statues de la liberté à Paris et en France. L'obélisque à la place de la Concorde est un monument égyptien. C'est un cadeau aux Français de l'Égypte. Let us translate this. The first original statue is located in the Luxembourg Garden in Paris. There are the statues of liberty. Sorry, there's a typo over here. There are other statues of liberty in Paris and in France. The obelisk at the Concorde Square is an Egyptian monument. It is a gift to the French from the Egypt. So over here, we finish chapter number 3, but we are having the exercises pending. So let's see question number 1. I have given the answers directly and I hope you all are practicing it. Then we have question number 2. Then this is your question number 3. Soon I will be bringing a new video of chapter number 3, that is your extra questions and question based on your passage, and also questions based on your what can I say, based or like grammar topics also. And soon I also want to do time with you all. Time is also a very important topic which I want to do recently with you all. But first I'll complete this third lesson and then we'll move to time. So methane or feminine, question number 7. All the answers are given directly. So no need to worry. But firstly, I want you all to try the questions, to try the exercises first on your own. And if you all don't get it, or else if you are having any doubts, then please you can send me in the chat box given below. And also, if you all have done it by yourself and you want to check the answers, you can go ahead. So I just want you all to practice and I don't want you all to just copy paste it. This is your 10th exercise. Then over here you have to choose the suitable adjectives from the brackets. Yeah, I think. Okay, this is your match the following. Generally, in your textbooks, they have given 3 columns, but I'll tell you all that for your exams, there'll only be 2 columns, not 3 or not 4 columns, so don't worry. It's continued. Then question number 13 is here. Question number 13 is répondez aux questions someone. So you have to answer the following questions. So I've given the answers and I am hoping that you all are writing the answers on your own, trying to frame the sentences. Then this is your Votra journey. It is based on your for Luke's journey. That is, I think, 3.3. So I've given a small paragraph over here, but I also want you all to continue it ahead. I have just given a small paragraph. Okay, I've just given how he goes to school and that's it. I want you all to continue that ahead. So I want you all also to write. Then question number 15 is your unseen paragraph, which is given. So I have also given you all the answers with it. Then over here, we finish our chapter number 3. Hopefully, we'll meet in the next video very, very soon. So, merci beaucoup for watching my YouTube channel and for watching my videos. And if you really like them, if you really feel them, that they are helpful and informative, then please click the like button and also the subscribe button. Thank you.